What is going on, everyone? My name is Yax, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have another dialogue, but we have something pretty special. We're doing the Act 1 dialogue. You know, we're time traveling all the way back to 2014 when the game first launched. And it's pretty awesome to do this. You know, I'm wearing the Comic-Con shirt, man, because you know this is something so important to the contest. I always say if you want to get the story of the contest, you got to read the act dialogue. The event quest, you don't really get you get what's happening currently, or you get some cool stories that happens in between the acts. And I really like the act content because you really get the main story of the contest. And I've wanted to really revisit Act 1 because earlier this year Kabam actually changed it. They made it shorter. Which was pretty awesome. And it's also interesting is like, okay, if you make a quest shorter, it means you're removing content. How do you tell the same story with a shorter amount of thing? And it's basically you tell the story differently. So I wanted to see what was actually different in Act 1, and it's pretty cool. We're gonna find it out ourselves. Now, obviously, I take screenshots of what I think are the most important within Act 1. So if you want to read the whole entire thing, I'm gonna leave 2 links in the descriptions of another YouTuber called Timestorber Mobius. I always shout out the channel because they actually have basically recorded every event quest and every act quest. I think except for 6 and 7, and eventually 8, but they have so much content. You're talking about hundreds of videos of dialogue. So if you ever wanted to read it yourself and read maybe Act 1 when it first came out in 2014, and you can actually see what it was like differently compared to my video or even the new one. He has that as well. So it's pretty awesome, and I think you guys will enjoy it. But yeah, we're starting with Act 1, and I'm not going to do any event quest or any part of the Acts event, cutscenes, etc. that are a prequel, basically, to us, the summoner, adding into the contest. There's so much stuff that happens before we join, but I want to take that storytelling and take it how it was told to us in the past. It's starting all the way back here, and this is our start, and then we go on and we learn more about the contest. And so that's the way we're going to do it, is we're going to just take it of anything that happens in the actual event, actual monthly, or I keep saying monthly, happens in the actual act content. I think it'll be really better that way. Alright, so I put the New York Comic-Con picture of, the 2014 reveal trailer, just to show it because it looks cool. But, I want to say that we start really by us, the summoner, being summoned to the contest. So, just imagine you're chilling at home, in your setup, my setup, and the collector appears maybe on your screen, like it did for a champion. And you get summoned to the contest, and this is so cool. But yes, we start off with Untitled. Now you probably maybe recognize that name from Guardians of the Galaxy. He is in the MCU, but this is the Contest of Champions. Untitled, quite similar to the comics. He wears the same design, and I think the X-23 comics from around this time. So it's pretty cool. All right, so he says, I can't do an old voice. I mean, this dude is millions of years old. So, I'll do my best just to say what he says. All right, so you must be the new summoner. Now, he says you must be the new summoner. So, quite interesting if you, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that happens in the past that I'm not going to really explain until it happens and the story tells us. But yes, welcome to the Battle Realm. I am Untitled, better known as the Collector. You'll be the first of many competitors in the Contest of Champions, the Tournament of Champions, the Ultimate Showdown. Quite the names. Alright, so King the Conqueror. Your own champion should be at ready, so naturally you follow a gift to a rival. Collector, I tire of waiting. As King would say. Alright, they called you Summoner, yeah? Alright, you don't seem like either of those lunatics. We'll have to vet this one later, Cap. I can feel the place beginning to cloud my mind again. It's too late! I surrender to the contest! Captain America and Iron Man. An interesting duo. Alright, I'm not sure how you're doing this, Collector, but this madness is over. Quite the contrary, Captain. The fun and games have just begun. You shall act as a guide, Stephen Rogers. Show the summoner how to best utilize their champions or suffer the consequences. This one, huh? Yeah, so this is really cool. It's like Captain America, which I like because he's actually teaching us the ropes of of the battle realm. I don't know, it's so cool because you have like such a character who means so much to many people and is quite an old person teaching us the ropes. It's almost like he's teaching us, superhero as a superhero, because he teaches new superheroes. It's really cool. I like this. All right, so your guarantees prove true, collector. Iron Man fights for Kang, and then Captain America says Tony. So yeah, it looks like he like mind controlled Tony and then basically gave him to Kang. Interesting. Alright, as the dust settles from the fight, the collector emerges to congratulate the summoner. Well fought, summoner. Curious that you collaborate with your champions instead of controlling them, but to each their own. That really shows your true colors, Taylor Tavon. Yeah, he's gonna see a lot of we're gonna see him controlling a lot of people for a long time. Let's just say that. All right, but here it is. Since you're doing so well, I should be less than coy. I should be less coy. Behold this, the contest is prized, the Isosphere. In a flash of light, the Isosphere manifests, hovering just above the collector's outreached hand. Oh man, and it actually is spinning, but this is a screenshot, so I can't really do it justice. But dude, the Isosphere is one of the coolest things in the contest because this is the prize we are going for. When you first get, when you first put up the game, when you go through the Act 1. Which I forgot to say. I meant to say that I already had uploaded the cutscene last month, but it's not that important for the story. But anyways, in a flash of light, the Isosphere manifests. Like, it's so cool. Like, this Isosphere is floating around, hovering, and it's so cool. I'll give you a little bit of lore about it. It's made from ISO 8 stars, and it's so cool. And that's the prize we're going for. And even if you've been to New York Comic-Con before with Kabam there, or if you've seen the Summer Showdown, you get the actual prize of an Isosphere in real life. Metal Sonic Dude, Happy McMuffins, and a lot of other creators have this thing in real life, and it's so cool, man. It lights up and everything. Like, I think it's like one of the coolest thing a gaming company has ever done, is to make the prize that you're supposed to get in the game and then actually get it in real life is pretty damn cool. Alright, so a powerful relic composed of concentrated ISO 8 and a millennia-old materials of Celestial's make. It will either be yours or Kang's. That almost rhymed. But okay, so now he does say concentrated ISO 8, which is isometric 8, which is basically material of dying universes. That's what's kind of left over, and that's what the battle realm is made out of. And the millennia-old materials of Celestial make. Now, I will give you the run of how the battle realm was created. It was actually a dying Celestial, and that's what kind of birthed a little bit of the ISO 8 and everything besides dying universes. And it's pretty cool because it's actually in the original Act 1 back in 2014. Never actually said Celestial, so it's kind of cool that they've updated it to say, hey, this is how this happens. This is how the ISO 8. It was just said it was made from ISO 8 stars, so a little bit different, but it's pretty cool. All right, so next we see Steven Rogers, but you're different than Kang and the Collector. I know you're not here of your own will either. For now, we'll play their game and stay under the radar. Yeah, it's so cool. Like, Cap is really, showing his smarts, his battle strategy, right? Like, he knows it's not time to fight and confront the Collector or Kang. It's bide your time for now to figure out how to get the advantage, which is really smart. All right, do you really think the simple creature like you could handle the power of the Isosphere? But since we're both Earthlings, I'll give you a sporting chance. Hey, look at that. Look at Kang doing the right thing. Another round to the Summoner. How shall Kang the Conqueror respond? Worry not, Collector. This contest is already mine. I require a new champion, Collector. Give me something more with power. With something with more resilience, be appropriate, Kang. So Kang, you gotta see what he wants. He wants the Isosphere, and he wants to rule the contest. He wants that power seat. He wants the Collector's power seat. So you can kind of see what's he going for, and we're going for. Well, we're just here to compete, really. Like, we're just trying to, get the story going. All right. So the Collector reveals a crystal which spins rapidly and bursts open. Angela, where in the seven hells am I? Yeah, I can't really do a female voice. Just so you know. Angela, you serve Kang. I do. I don't. I submit to the contest. So a similar thing what we see with Iron Man is obviously someone is the Collector is putting some spells. He says, you wonder how Kang so quickly corralled an Asgardian of great will like Angela. Well, that's the power of the ISO-8 spell, Summoner. ISO-8 permeates everything in the battle realm. So like I said, it permeates everything in the battle realm. It is what the battle realm is created out of. What the battle realm is made out of, really. And another thing is that wasn't in the original, as well as like Angela wasn't in the original contest, Act 1, because she hadn't joined until 2017. So it's cool that they kind of like changed it up a bit, and I think that's really cool. Alright, with the power of the ISO Spear and Elder Magics, no champion can resist the call of the contest. Now this is something as well as cool, is that the ISO Spear gives you power, but something with the Elders is they get a specific thing, is that they can use their Elder Magic and use it to basically have people submit to them, which we'll see very, like I said, it's a continuing trend for quite a long time, you'll see. Alright, you're no slouch in the arena though, so I can believe you can pull it off. Just try to avoid a sword that that can be pretty nasty. Thank you, Captain. Your champions are faulty, Collector. I do not anticipate the winning streak either, Kang, but my collection is not at fault. Dude, Kang is just a sore loser. That's what he is. Alright, ISO-8 gives incredible power to these champions, capabilities beyond their normal limits. Another thing we're going to see in the as a continuing trend is ISO-8 boost you and your champions. It boosts you. It gives you boost, and beyond their limit controls. Man, that's something that still happens today in the contest. It's so cool. I love ISO-8 because there's so many cool things that can happen, so many things that changes and makes things unique about this game, and I love it. Alright, you're not necessarily meant to be such a primary contender summoner, and yet your efforts intrigue me. You've created some drama in the proceedings. So it's interesting that like he must have summoned us as a human, put us in here and was like, alright, do your thing. But it's interesting like what his plan was. Which I guess we'll have to find out later to see what does he mean by that. Alright, even Danny Rand is wrapped up in this. Poor kid doesn't even deserve it. Even so, he's your enemy, so you have to watch out. He's the immortal Iron Fist after all. Hey, I love that I respect the Iron Fist, alright? Hashtag buff Iron Fist, alright? Alright, unacceptable, unconceivable. I will not be mocked by Cretan's actions. Collector, more champions now. Yeah, that's my best Kang voice. He's got like a weird voice if you've ever seen him in animated stuff. And eventually the MCU. Or if you've seen He Who Remains. Alright, anyways, I'm not sure what this ISO-8 Spear entails, but he really seems to want this thing. So let's see if we can take advantage of that greed. Yeah, so, Captain America earlier said he was kind of biding his time until we can get the advantage. And this is the advantage. Yeah, we're going to take advantage of Kang because he really wants the ISO Spear and wants to do anything he can to do it. I wonder if you're even worthy of my contest, Kang. Dude, that was cold, Collector. Silence, Collector. Your contest is simply flawed, but I perceive all outcomes, all realities. Now that is a cool ability, alright? Something as well as we'll see later down the road. Like I just love this because that actually is a thing that actually permeates with Kang later down the road in the thing, and it becomes something. It's so cool. All right, another incredible clash, another win for the Summoner. Playing favorites, Tenelier. I question the validity of this contest. Do not presume to blame your oh my goodness, inadequacies on me, Kang. I have given you ample opportunity. Let us not forget who hosts this event. Do not overstep your bounds. Yeah, I try to make my voice deeper for that. Alright, you need no ice spell to convince me to fight these lesser beings, Conqueror. It will be my pleasure. Yeah, I'm not even going to try to do a German accent for Mr. Red Skull over here. Johann Schmidt, also known as the Red Skull. Dangerous in his own right, but he's got some hardware I haven't seen before. Yeah, so, Collector joined later on from the original, so he is a new thing for this reworked Act 1. And he actually does wear something pretty unique that's been made by Kabam, is this cosmic cube suit. I mean, it's so cool. Like, you're not really going to see this anywhere else except for the contest. So he's got this that's a really unique outfit with the cosmic cube, which he's had, in the comics, in the MCU, but it's not the same as the contest, which is so unique. So that's what Captain America's saying. He's like, oh, I've never seen this before because, hey, it's the battle realm. This is brand new. And a genius mind to overcharge it. So what he does is Kang actually, with a jolt of electricity, Kang transfers a surge of power into Red Skull's equipment. Which is something new to me. Like, I didn't even realize that. So that's super cool to see that. Captain Fortress, we should meet here. Even the more so that will be our final meeting. Prepare for oblivion. I almost got a Scottish accent for some reason. Alright, looks like time to put together everything you've learned, Summoner. Give it your all. And that's where the event or I say event. This is where Act 1 ends. And we'll get into Act 2 pretty soon. I think this is really cool. Like, I love like time traveling and seeing what happened in Act 1. And also what happens in the rework. It's almost like a retelling of what things happened, and maybe this is like the new canon thing, because it is still the same story, but you're just, like I said, you're telling it differently. You're adding Red Skull, Angela, and everything, and it doesn't matter who you fight, because in the end it's Kang who's your enemy, which is gonna stay the same as the summoner. But yeah, this was really fun. I mean, Act 1 has been Acts 1, 2, 3, and etc. forward has been my most requested things to do, and I've always said I wanted to go back to the rework content and see what's different, and this is super cool. I really like this. Act 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 pretty soon is one of my favorite stuff about this game. It's really such a unique story, such unique characters, such unique designs, and I hope you guys like this video. If you want to see Act 2 and Act 2 in the Act 2 cutscene, we'll be putting those on pretty shortly. The school year is about to start, and whenever I'm not going to be doing schoolwork, because I'm there for graphic design, whenever I'm not working on art projects, I want to be working on the contest story to tell you guys what's happening, what did happen, and what you can look forward to. And it's pretty cool. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this story. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everybody.